Thank you. Thank you very much. We are the Scatlipoca Aztec dancers from Mexico. Actually, we're based here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So it's actually from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I've been here for so many years, over 40 years, that I've been living here in this city, in this state, and this is my home. I love it, I like it, because I'm surrounded with all my brothers, Native Americans, all kinds of pueblos, Navajos, Apaches, and different tribes. So this is home. This is where I belong. This is where I just fit because of all my brothers on different tribes. Thank you for being here with us and your support. This is the AZTECA Aztec dancers from Mexico and from New Mexico. We want to continue with some other dances now, and I hope you guys like it. And like to say a little bit about our outfit, but I'll explain the other two after the next dance. So the next dance we're going to do, we call him Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca, that's the name that we go by. It means the Lord of the Underworld in the Aztec language, Aztec mythology. So that's the name of our group, Tezcatlipoca. It means the Lord of the Underworld. Thank you. If you notice something, we're trying to follow the beat of the drum. Every footstep we do, that's what we're trying to follow, the beat of the drum. So this dance that called Tezcatlipoca, my daughter and her mom is going to do exactly the same thing. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of the Underworld. Thank you. In our culture, we have something that we call duality. Duality, it's two different things. One of them is good The other one is evil. We have woman, we have man, we got fire, we got water. Everything that is equal to another one. We have death, we have life. It's very important in our culture to know that because we're born, eventually when we get older, or we never know, actually we can be younger when our time comes. That's part of our duality, good and evil. Some people say God and some people say devil. It's the same thing, whatever culture it is and whatever nation it is or country and whatever part of the world, that's always exists. And everybody knows that. Sometimes we don't want to pay attention to that because we're just living in our country like, really fast, make money, make sure we got food, have a house. And we forget about a lot of nature things that happens in our own lives. So that was the meaning of this dance, the duality, the Scatlipoca. But thank you very much for being here with us and for your applause. And we want to continue with some more dances. The next dance that we're going to do, this is dedicated to our brothers from North Mexico, South U.S., Arizona, New Mexico. It is our brothers, we call them Apache. And they have different tribes, Apaches. Back down in Mexico, they have Lipan Apache. And here in Arizona, they have Mescalero, Jicarilla, and other different tribes of Apache. Because it's a big nation. All put together, down it's thousands of Apache. So that's our brothers. We are survivors for a lot of things that happened hundreds of years ago. And we are here still dancing and still sharing our culture from different nations of the world. And different people from there come all over the place from our planet and visit our culture and learning or just whatever they like to do. We have lots of art in our culture, paint, carving, jewelry. It's unique, whatever our people do. And thank you again. So the next dance we're going to do, Apache. Thank you. That was a dance that we call Apache, dedicated to our brothers from North Mexico, South U.S. And now, I'd like to introduce to you each of our dancers. We're going to begin in my left side with a super outfit, long face and feathers, black rooster and white rooster tails. His name is Rogelio Ramirez from Mexico City. Thank you. Now, next to Rogelio, we have Rogelio's daughter. She's half Aztec and half Navajo. Her name is Coco Ramirez. Thank you. Next to Coco, we have her other brother. His name is Leandro. Thank you, Leandro. At my right side, I have my youngest daughter, or one of my youngest daughters. Her name is Jun Xochitl Duarte Simbron. Thank you, Jun. She's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And the next one, also my oldest daughter, her name is Shanat Duarte, Shanat Georgia Simbron. Sorry about that, getting confused. I forgot they're married. And I have a beautiful granddaughter over here. That's my youngest daughter. She's just turned 2 years old. This is how we began to learn our dance. When we were babies, by our mothers, our fathers, and then continue our tradition until we get old, like me. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jacqueline Duarte Simbron. Yes, she's just showing up. She got it probably with her mom, for her mom or grandmom. Actually, in the drum, we have my daughter and my granddaughter's grandmother. Her name is Georgina Casillas. Thank you very much. Then my name, I'm the oldest one of this group. I just turned, tell you later on. But anyway, those are my kids, my grandkids, and my friends in the left side. We got a big family over here. I live here in Albuquerque. It's been over 40 years. And so I have all my kids over here. I come from Mexico, in a place where our temples are very majestic and tall and big and humongous. Over 2,000 years ago, my ancestors built those temples, those pyramids that we call them today. We call them Tajín. Tajín, like that chili salt name that most of us, we know that chili salt, but they don't know the name, Tajín. Tajín in my native language means thunder, lightning. That's what Tajín is. And that's the name of my city, my temple, Tajín. It's near a city called Papantla. That's what a lot of people say, Voladores of Papantla, Pobladores of Papantla. They're actually not from Papantla. This is just a city that actually sponsors us pretty much when we go all over the world as a Pobladores. By the way, I'm a Poblader, and we'll be doing this pole right here at 7:45. And we're going to start with that wheel over there, across in front of me. You see, look like a star, and with the Mexican colors. We climb that wheel, and we make them rotate with our own weight. 6 of us, and one of us playing a drum and a flute. So we're going to be doing that at 7:30. Soon as we done that, and then we do climb the pole and do the pole flyers later on after 7:45. So please come back if you guys are going to go have some rides back there or eat a fry bread. They have a delicious food. I eat one last night, and when they gave me another one after finish, it's just delicious. And we have some jewelry on my left side, Native American made. They are not fake. They are really Native American made jewelry for our artists from different pueblos, different tribes, Navajos, Apaches, and all the 19 pueblos around here. So that's a very interesting and very beautiful jewelry, high quality. So anyway, if you guys come from out of state or out of the country, that's the best place to choose. And it's cheap. It's not that expensive. If you go buy into a store, you're going to pay twice as much. So you got a good deal over here. But anyway, this is what we do as dancers. And we're going to continue with another one. This one is going to be a dance dedicated to one of our sacred animals that provides meals, food to our tribe and us. We call it the deer dance, la danza del venado. Every beat with the drum that we play, we follow with our footsteps. So this dance is going to be the same thing that we call it Shipe Tote. Thank you very much again. I hope you guys enjoyed our dances, and I should say, how you guys like our dances? Are you guys having fun? Thank you, brothers. This is AZTECA, Aztec dances from Mexico and from New Mexico. So we really appreciate you being here with us and happy and enjoyed our dances. Now, I'd like to explain what we're going to do at 7:30. You guys see that wheel over there that looks like a star, and they have Mexican colors. They're green, white, and red. That one, at 7:30, we come out with my other crew. We are three groups on one group. We do the Aztec dancers, and we do the wheel, and we also do the pole flyers. So at that time, at 7:30, we're gonna come out, do a little dance in that platform next to them. Then we're gonna climb that wheel, 6 of us, and we're gonna make it rotate. We don't use a rope or nothing, just our legs and our hands to hold it really tight, and we make it rotate, going the fastest we can do it for 12 rotations. And that's one means one of each of the month, every rotation. Our ancestors, long time ago, find all this. That's over 2,000 years. That's how long, that's what archaeologists say. But we believe we are more long time before that. So we're going to be doing that, and then later on in the next dance I explain about the pole. So we're going to continue with the next dance. The next dance we call him the deer dance. you doing? By the way, her name is Kun. That's in my native language. Means hummingbird. She has two names actually. Hun, Xochitl. Hun, it's in Totonac, means hummingbird. Xochitl in Aztec, which is her mother, is part of. Xochitl means flower. And next to her, my oldest daughter, her name is Shanat. That's in my native language. That means flower. So we have native names in our culture. It's not just Hispanic names. Most of us, of course, we have Spanish names. And some of them, they come, that they sent from Europe, besides Spain, France, or England, or some other countries. Of course, they have their own names from wherever they come from. That's a lot of people from Europe, they moved to Mexico. I mean, a lot of people. And they like our country, and I like my country where I am. I love both of them. I love the world. I love all the countries, all the nationalities, all the people, all kinds of races. And I love my people, of course, here in the Americas, the Native American people. We are survivors of a lot of things that we are happened years ago to us. We still have our cultures, our art, paint, jewelry, dances, and our most important thing that we have, every tribe, it is our language. To know to communicate in our own tribes. Like us, we are Totonacs, we ask what are the first language or the first tongue that I know. Then later on I learned Spanish and English as my third language. But I'm glad that you guys are here and learning some history, things that sometimes nobody says or tells you, in the school, not even tell you about our own people, the first Americans. You learn about George Washington and all these people after them. But they forget back before them, before they arrive in this continent, who we are. This continent that today they call America, from Alaska all the way to South America, being from this continent, of course, we are Americans, all of us, regardless what country we come from, Central or South America, or way North America. We are the first people that we are here in this continent. These Spanish people that they lost in the world, they get lost traveling the ocean, and they come to India, and they call us Indians. And we are not Indians. I respect all the people from India, of course, but we are not Indians. We are Native America. Even that name and the entrance, let's say Indian Village, that might be wrong. That's my own opinion. Don't get me wrong. But it's Native American people on this village. Thank you for being here with us. We want to continue with more dances. The next one is Dance of the Dove, Danza de la Paloma. This is very nice and special dance because we dedicate this bird as a peace from all the nations, from regardless what race we are. So that's the name of this dance, the peace dance, Danza de la Paloma. Thank you very much. Yeah, this dance is dedicated for peace in the world. I hope we have that someday so we don't have to eat each other from all over the world. This is this is just one life that we live. We are not God. We're just a simple human beings. We can take things from others, but this is just as a Native American belief. We should be all on peace, love each other, and take care of each other, and help each other. But seems like it's not happening. I hope everything someday the world change, and something might be is going to happen to when that time comes. So for everybody, to all the nations that are here, Native Americans, thank you for being here with us. We want to do some more dances. We're going to do one more dance. This dance, this dance is dedicated to a fire dance. Everybody in dance this dance in the back. So this is going to be a solo dance with a real fire and a live snake. This dedicated to a duality in our lives. Duality means good, bad, dead, life, woman, man. Everything what is duality, dark, light, life, dead. Everything what is duality. This is the dance that we dedicate for the fire with the snake. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we want to do the next dance. That's we call it Shikoat, the snake and fire dance. Thank you. Thank you very much. That concludes our performance for today. We want to come out. We are, like I said before, we're 3 groups on one. And been dancing for so many long time ago, so many years. But I've been pole flying and doing the wheel for over 52 years. I started when I was 12. So you have to figure out how old I am now. And I do the wheel, and I still do my pole flying. That's my pole. And the dancers, we're going to go change. The other dancers will be here at 7:30. They all come from Papantla. Actually, it's not Papantla. It is Tajín, where our temples, our pyramids come from. You should know Tajín by now. Everybody knows with that chili salt. But like I tell you before, it means thunder, lightning, that word. They just pick it up because maybe they like the name, but I bet you they don't know what that means. Because I'm Totonac native, that's the first language that I learned, my mother language, Totonac, and then I learned Spanish in school later on, because I'm from Mexico. And English at the same time. I learned English in school, and I'm still learning. But anyway, it's just a language that I can speak, communicate, and my kids that are from Albuquerque, my 2 daughters and my granddaughter, with the rest of us, we are from Mexico, except Coco. Coco, she's from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and so Jun and Shanat. Coco, she's half Aztec and half Navajo. So that's a, and then Coco's older brother, he's a full Navajo boy. He's helping us to do some dances. He likes it and like to participate. His name is Leandro. Right there. Pick up your hand. That's Leandro. That's my friend's son. So thank you for everything that you guys, you support and being here with us. Don't miss the wheel. You're not going to miss that. All the pole flyers. We start at 7:30. So we'll be right back later on. We're just going to go change, maybe eat something, and then we come back at 7:30. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.